Guess what book I have? The Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark Treasury. Yeah, well, these were very popular at my elementary school. I don't know about yours. I don't really think it was the stories so much as the illustrations that got everyone, because they are rather frightening, and I say that not even in jest. They are still frightening, and I am, well, older than a person in elementary school, to say the least. My favorite was found on page 30 of the first volume. There are 3. I still can't look at her. She's just creepy. She's very beautiful, but she's creepy. So I thought that I would read a story or two from one of these volumes. There were funny ones, which were never really funny, even when you were like 8 years old, they weren't that funny. There were ones that were kind of creepy, and then there were a great deal that were rather dumb. What should I read? I'll read from the first volume, naturally. And it had songs and games as well. Oh, okay. I'll read The Girl Who Stood on a Grave. This is a classic. Page 41, if you are following along, boys and girls. Some boys and girls were at a party one night. There was a graveyard down the street, and they were talking about how scary it was. "Don't ever stand on a grave after dark," one of the boys said. "The person inside will grab you, he'll pull you under." "That's not true," one of the girls said. "It's just a superstition." "I'll give you $1 if you stand on a grave," said the boy. Oof, there's a lot at stake here. That is $1. $1. Like, how could he refuse? It's $1. You have to do this. "A grave doesn't scare me," said the girl. "I'll do it right now." The graveyard was filled with shadows and was as quiet as death. Well, there's a lot of dead people, so. "There is nothing to be scared of," the girl told herself, but she was scared anyway. She picked out a grave and stood on it. Then quickly she bent over and plunged the knife into the soil. And she started to leave, but she couldn't get away. Something was holding her back. She tried a second time to leave, but she couldn't move. She was filled with terror. "Something has got me," she screamed, and she fell to the ground. When she didn't come back, the others went to look for her. They found her body sprawled across the grave. Without realizing it, she had plunged the knife through her skirt and pinned it to the ground. It was only the knife that held her. She had died of fright. See, that's her dying of fright, right there. So that was a masterpiece selection from Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Join me next time for maybe another selection from more Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Happy Halloween!